What happens with people that feel like they have no control in their life and they feel powerless is they will use their surroundings and they will use the people around them to gain control and power by having control and power over these individuals. The reason why they do this again is because they're operating from lack and they don't feel like they have any control in their life. So to control the people around them gives them a false sense of control. But that is all it is. It's fake. Everything is within you. So real confidence, happiness, joy, validation, acceptance comes when you do that to you. By wanting everyone around you to be controlled by you is a form of deep emotional wounds coming from within. One way that the control can look is by dominating and overpowering energy. So if they feel like they can overpower you with their energy, to them, that's a form of control because they know that they have you below them with their energy. Examples can be dynamics in a house where someone is putting their anger onto you, walking past you with this raised energy. It can also look like making sure that you never step out of line from what they think that you are. Because if you were to say anything that contradicts what they believe, it would threaten their ego, which means they'll have to actually acknowledge the person that they are and the things that they have done to get this sense of power and control. And to them, they do it because they feel they have to, right? They're operating from a void. But to take accountability and for someone to question who they are would mean they'll have to be vulnerable with themselves. And that's one of the reasons why they want control on the outside in the first place and power, because they are not vulnerable with themselves. They don't want to admit how they feel. So they want everyone around them to just fit how they feel. And that's them having this power and control to their surroundings. To them, that's the only way they're going to feel something. Otherwise, they're going to be sat with their misery, their sadness. And they would rather act in anger and do things to make them angry at themselves afterwards than to sit in misery. And if you look at the emotional guidance scale, anger is actually above sadness. So you can still transmute, but it's actually, better for you to be angry than to be sad, because then at least you have, emotion in your body. If you are sad, then you are just not expressing anything. You're just sat in your own sadness. At least anger is an expression of the sadness that you feel. But you can go even higher up on the scale and transmute the anger, transmute the jealousy. Whatever you feel, you can transmute any energy. And that is you actually changing, because you are energy, your thoughts are energy, and your emotions are energy in motion. And that is what is meant by you are the creator of your own reality. You create by transmuting energy. So reprogramming yourself is so powerful because in the process, you are transmuting energy. You are rewiring your subconscious, which is changing what you believe to be true. Okay, and therefore the hologram which you are seeing is going to reflect that change.